Hey there, so welcome to this new video. Today we will see four instruments which are in the medium and high medium quality instrument, so kind of close to the professional master instrument. So there are two that are like really like the Morin Khuur, the normal shape, one which has the leather front, and one which is like this one, a little bit more expensive because it has decoration. We'll get into it directly. So let's see how the instruments are sounding. So this one already feels quite really cool. So okay, the wood here is in one piece, which is good. Okay, there it's not too bad. So basically, here is the first instrument. So I just checked that there were not like any crash or anything. So the wood is really gorgeous, as you can see. Like the back is so nice. So that's for the body. Then you have the head here. So the head is kind of a little bit on the simple type of head, like this. Yup. So yeah, that's how it looks. So far, so far I would say that it looks quite nice. I don't see anything that is suspicious or anything. The something that is great. Something that is great is that the wood of the fingerboard, which is in ebony, is in one piece. It happens sometimes that they had like a few centimeters because they are missing a little bit. So this is actually pretty cool. So yeah, let's see how it sounds. Oh wow, okay. So well, the sound is kind of okay. It's very strong. It's already very open, very open. But I would say that it's lacking a little bit of brightness somehow. It's a little bit noisy, just slightly. So it's very rich in bass and medium, I would say, but it's kind of like inside. It's not really like exploding or like the sound is not really spreading all around. And it kind of sounds a little bit metallic somehow. I'm not sure why. Don't know if it's the strings or something, but actually the sound past is a little bit too low maybe. Let's see. It's a little bit better, but it's still a little bit noisy. It's a little bit like stuffed, you know, as if you would sing inside a pillow or something. I exaggerate a little bit, but that's kind of the idea. So that can be an interesting instrument if you want to play with your voice eventually, because it's not gonna cover your voice too much. It's good to accompany. But if you want something that is more for a solo or something, I would not recommend that one. So let's check the next one. How is the next one? Mhm. So this time we have a pretty rare color. I would say this one is almost like a beige, like a light brown gray something. The wood is also quite great. As you can see, it's kind of like really nice. Here the wood, wow, the neck is really comfortable. The color is quite unusual. It's super rare to have such a bright color. It's very unique. It's not something that I see that often. So definitely on the how to say, a little bit on the original rare kind of type of motherboard, I would say, because of the color. Um, Still, there is a little bit of wood inside the body. Still, because it's right out of the oven, I would say, and the head is actually kind of nice. It has a nice sculpture for the mane, which is great. And yeah, it's pretty well done. I think it's a little bit better than the previous one in terms of making. Just a little bit above, but it's also an XJARHAL, so both are pretty cool. So there is like very casual, simple, very small scratch on that. I maybe from the transportation or maybe from the people who tested that maybe did not pay too much attention on that. Okay, so let's see how it sounds. So I would say that this one is better than the previous one. It's a little bit more open. It's still a little bit in that kind of like a little bit in that metallic sound, just a little bit. But I can feel that this one will evolve while the first one will stay a little bit stuck, because I can hear the sound change a little bit before the beginning of the playing, and after a few minutes of just like eating the strings and playing a little bit. So this one kind of will evolve for sure, while the previous one might not move that much over time. So between the two, this one is definitely what I would recommend. Also, the wood is really great. the making and the color is quite original. So if you like kind of like this bright color, then definitely that's kind of like super original, super rare. And the sound is actually good. The sound is actually very promising, like to become really great. So that's for the second one. So now we will see the one that has leather on the front. So it has this green decoration. So this is actual leather, it's not wood. The side is like that. So the wood of the body is very much simple. It's not really like I would say like very expensive wood or everything. It's kind of like the very basic, almost like the wood that is used for the stud instrument, to be honest. But to make the leather, it's a lot of work, so that's why the price is in that range. Also, something to note is that the fingerboard is in ebony and it's quite thick. It's thicker than the previous instrument actually. And we also have like the core of the peg, which is in ebony as well, so it will last for quite long time. And also you have this very nice decorated green head. So some people say that it's like kind of like relating to a Buddhist deity. Some people say it's because the Mongol, they're very close to nature, so that's a representation of the nature kind of. So there are like various version and explanation for the color. The making is quite nice. I can only see, I don't know if you will see here, but just like very minor scratch that are a little bit of a greenish color here. So I'm not sure if it was painted in green here and then they sanded it or something. I'm not sure exactly. So there is only two little scratch, like scratch or painting mark or above the two pegs here, but that's very a minor thing. And except for that, things are pretty okay. Here the lacquering kind of spilled a little bit, so I think it was held like that or some, or maybe actually like this, so it actually stuck a little bit on the lower side, but that's also kind of okay. So yeah, there is like in terms of making and aesthetic and stuff, there is two things. First thing, there is kind of like a mark of the lacquering here. Maybe there were too much lac on this part, and it kind of, we can see it's not exactly smooth. And there is like two very minor scratch of green above the pegs, but these are very, it's just like aesthetic stuff. It's not nothing to do with the quality of the instrument in terms of sound or durability. So let's hear how it sounds. So well, it kind of a little bit the same, a little bit of the same, kind of a little bit on the metallic texture for some reason. I don't know why. That's a little bit strange. So basically, I guess you can hear the difference. Here we are definitely on a leather fronted. instrument, so the sound is totally different, like it's totally another story. So well, it's kind of fine, but it's a little bit on of course, it's on the later type of sound. So it's kind of like nice for ambient maybe, or double string or something like that. But it's a little bit inside as well. It's not really, the sound is not really getting out that much. So well, for the price, definitely that previous instrument, like the bright one, is like totally smoking this one. So that there is a no-brainer. Except if you really absolutely want like something in that type, like the leather front and this kind of like mellow, very soft, almost a little bit mute sound. But well, I would not recommend that, because of the few aesthetical flaw, and the sound is not that crazy good. It's kind of like kind of fine. So it's not really worth it, I think. And then we have one which is actually, it has quite a nice wood. It has decoration everywhere. Oh, sorry. Uh, Let me cut that very quickly. Chuba. Mhm. So, um, so here we have like an instrument which has no ebony. Actually, this is like redwood, and the pegs are in the very simple wood, as you can see, in birch. So all the instrument is in birch except for the front, which is in spruce. Uh, but the price is justified by, of course, you can see the sculpting. I don't think, yeah, it's not sculpted on the bottom part. So it has a very nice carving. This is hand carved. Yep, this is hand carved on the side and on the top of the instrument. And this is kind of like sculpted with machine, like kind of like laser or something, I don't know exactly. So you have the 12 year plus the symbol, the Soyomb of Mongolia, on top of the neck, which is cool. And the horse head is also very rich in decoration. So you can see that the pegs are very nicely decorated, kind of like a flower. If you look like that, it's kind of like a flower. This is like the petal of the flower. And as well as here, a little bit like the lotus that you can see on the bottom part of the gods, the Buddhist god, the Buddhist deity. Then here we have the Zebat, which is kind of like a dragon king of the ocean. And here we have the horse head, of course, with a very decorated, nice decorated mane. So in terms of wood, it's very basic. It's We don't have the ebony, but in terms of decoration, this is absolutely marvelous. So, I mean, I guess you can see that the craftsmanship is really good. So let's see how's the sound. And usually these sculpted one are kind of usually quite good. Brand new strings. actually, it's pretty okay. It's also a little bit on the inside, I would say. Let me check that one again. But it's actually pretty good. Yeah, no. This one is definitely the best, I think, of the four. The first one was a little bit mute, a little bit like on a pillow type of things. The third one is like the green head is kind of like well, leather fronted, so of course it's gonna have this type of sound which is very different from the wooden one. And this one with the decoration and everything is actually pretty good, but then we are losing the ebony and the ebony pegs and the ebony tails and everything. So the wood, then we kind of go down a little bit because of the decoration. And then for me, like the best compromise from all these, like this one, the color is original, so if you like it, then definitely for me that's a very good option. We have ebony. The making is great. The head is also very nicely decorated. So well, that would be my choice. So I think I will lock this one for you just to avoid anyone to buy it in the next two days, 2 or 3 days. But feel free, if you prefer the first one or the leather one or the decorated one, to take them. Then we will see when you make the decision, if you don't take that one, if the other one are available and everything. And well, that's it. So for me, that one, out of the four that we have in the price range that we discussed, this one is the best. And also it's quite lower than what we talked in the chat in terms of budget. It's like almost 100 euro less than when we talked. So that might be a very good option. So well, talk to you in the chat, and then we'll see how it goes. See you.